the world. I'm Preeti Kaur. Coming up in the next 1 hour, voting underway for the second phase of India's general elections today. Nearly 160 million voters in 88 seats across 13 states and union territories to vote. Prime Minister urges everyone, especially youth and women, to turn out in great numbers. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken meets Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Beijing, stresses on active diplomacy to avoid miscalculations. Wang Yi says relationship has stabilized, but negative factors are building. Actresses and activists term the overturning of Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction as an act of institutional betrayal. Victims appalled at the judgment. NATO drills set to take place close to the Russian border in Finland today. Russia says exercises in close proximity to the Russian-Finnish border are provocative in nature. All right, let's get you the latest on the world's largest democratic election in India. Polling is underway for the second phase of India's parliamentary elections. Nearly 160 million voters are eligible to exercise their franchise in 88 seats spread across 13 states and union territories. All the 20 seats of Kerala, 14 of the 28 seats in Karnataka, 13 seats in Rajasthan, 8 seats each in Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, 7 in Madhya Pradesh, 5 each in Assam and Bihar, 3 seats each in Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, and 1 seat each in Manipur, Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir go to polls in this phase. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged his fellow countrymen to participate in voting in record numbers. In a post on social media platform X, Prime Minister tweeted that high voter turnout strengthens our democracy. He especially urged young voters and women voters to turn out in great numbers. He added that vote is our voice. The Election Commission has made elaborate arrangements to ensure free and fair polling in the second phase of India's general polls. Ahead of polling, India's Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said the poll panel has made all arrangements for voters, keeping in view the heat wave.
जरूरत है कि वोटर्स को अधिक से अधिक संख्या में मतदान करना है। सभी तैयारियां हैं। कहीं से कोई भी अभी तक हिंसा की तो बात है ही नहीं। फिर भी हर बूथ पे फोर्सेज उपलब्ध रहेंगी, आपकी सुविधा के लिए उपलब्ध रहेंगे। खुल के मतदान करने आए बिना भी किसी चिंता के, बस मतदान के पर्व में भाग जरूर लेना है। जैसे बोलते हैं ना, चुनाव का पर्व देश का गर्व, तो उस गर्व में शामिल होना है।
As voting in all the 8 seats in Marathwada and Vidarbha region is gaining momentum, our correspondent Yogesh Kumar Sheetal reports from Maharashtra's Nanded on the early trends.
People have started lining up for exercising their duty as well as right. This time you can see this is special voting polling booth, Sakhi Matdan Kendra. All the arrangements have been taken care of by women. The Sakhi Matdan Kendra, which is a unique concept basically by the district administration. The polling booth basically dedicated to women workforce. This is a special arrangement that have been made for the people, for the women. They are coming with their kids, especially those women also, they are lactating mothers. They have also getting good response, good experience. Overall, we can say that it's a very good start of the day. It remains to be seen that how it goes on, because the entire day is remaining. With my colleague Kapil Maske, this is Yogesh Kumar Sheetal reporting from Nanded for DD India.
Second phase of voting is also being held in Noida city of Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, where voters look enthusiastic for exercising their franchise. Polling percentage in the 8 seats of Uttar Pradesh has been recorded at 11.67% till 9 a.m. Our correspondent Akshay Dongre talked to the voters to bring us more from them.
The polling for the second phase of the Lok Sabha elections in India have started in several states that include the state of Uttar Pradesh as well, perhaps one of the most important state as far as the number of seats are concerned. Uttar Pradesh has 80 Lok Sabha constituencies, out of which 8 goes for polls today. In this second phase, polling has started. People have started queuing up to cast their ballot, and this is what a morning in Noida is looking like right now. We are in sector 15A of Noida, and this is the polling booth where the incumbent member of parliament, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, will also be casting his ballot. Sir, have you casted your vote?
Yeah, we
How
just
was
casted.
the experience like?
It's so smooth. It's very smooth and very encouraging. I think people should come and vote.
What was the most? What is the priority right now for the voter rather to come out early in the morning and cast their ballot?
See, Gautam Buddha Nagar is a part of the larger India. Best roads are there, the best malls are there. People from Delhi are coming here. The security is here.
Some people have concerns about women's security. Some people are saying that security and infrastructure has improved. So all kind of views coming in here, and it's a good, healthy, in fact, atmosphere where people from diverging views have come out to exercise their right to choose their candidate from Noida, perhaps one of the most important seats here in Uttar Pradesh, given the fact that it is just adjacent to the national capital. And people are also urging for more people to come out in large numbers to make this exercise hugely successful. With camera person Uttam, Akshay Dongre, DD India.
All right, so that was about Noida and Nanded, wherein our correspondent sent us these reports. Let's turn focus to Tripura East, where the average polling percentage till 9 a.m. has been recorded at 16.97%. And from there, our correspondent Deepika Mato is joining us. We also get you a quick update from Thrissur in Kerala, where polling is being held at all the in Kerala 20 seats, and the turnout till 9 a.m. stands at 11.98%. And from there, Sam Kidamanitha is joining us. Good morning, both of you. Deepika, first I'll come to you. We're talking of Tripura East seat that goes to the polls today, and we've seen an impressive turnout of 16.97% already till 9 a.m. Let us get more from you. Do you expect this trend to continue through the day? What have you been picking up from the ground? What is it that is on the minds of the voters?
Good morning, Preeti. Yes, you said it right. The Festival of Democracy in the second phase has begun. You can see the lines behind me. I quickly pan the camera and request my cameraman to do so. You can see there are two polling stations there. One is on the right and the other is on the left. There are long queues. There's a separate queue for women, female voters as well, and there's a separate queue for male voters. When we talk to the voters here, there were many first-time voters also who've already casted their vote, and they say that they're gonna now enjoy the rest of the day because it is a holiday. And now, considering the arrangements that have been made by the Election Commission of India here, there are water stations here which have been positioned, and apart from that, there are facilities for disabled people as well in the 1664 polling booths across East Tripura that you can see it over here, Preeti. So many people are coming, and it was 80% of polling that was done in the west part of in the first phase of East Tripura, and now in the east phase we are expecting the percentage to increase hour by hour, Preeti.
All right, Deepika, for the quick benefit of our viewers, can we very quickly have a quick word on what is the political contest likely to be? Do we expect the permutations and combinations to change this time around? What are you again picking up?
Because this is a ST seat, Preeti, and unlike the West, this is a ST seat, which means a very close connection to the indigenous people, the tribal community. So the altogether political agenda is circled around the indigenous people regarding their rights of script, regarding their rights of history, and regarding their right of the land, also cultural identity. So here both the parties, which is the BJP and the CPIM, apart from that, there are 7 other independent candidates. So altogether 9 seats are in fray, out of which there are only 2 main parties which are fighting against each other in this Lok Sabha constituency. So let's see how it goes, because both the parties are targeting the scheduled tribes here, and they are vouching for their rights. Both the parties have been rallying around the corners on the mountain tops to woo the voters and tell them that they're going to bring development for the voters, their rights back to their home, their doorstep, Preeti. So let's see how the voters now come come up and vote and exercise their democratic right today. Preeti.
All right, Deepika, I'll take that forward to Sam, who's joining us from Thrissur. Sam, you update us on how has voting picked up. You tell our viewers that till 9 a.m. voting percentage has crossed 11%, which is indeed impressive. Let us get more from you. What are you picking up from the ground? Do we again expect the trend to continue through the day as well?
Yes, good morning, Preeti. As per the update from the Election Commission, in Ernakulam district, more than 14% voters have casted their vote so far. In all over Kerala, it's almost 13%. And I'm standing in Ernakulam district. We have 2,294 polling stations are here. Polling is progressing smoothly in all booths. Voting in some booths was disrupted due to technical glitches in the voting machines. But all such difficulties were resolved quickly and polling is progressing smoothly. And we can see long queues in front of every polling booth. It's the temperature is very high here. So I think voters are trying to cast their vote in the morning.
All right, Sam, also I would request you to ask your camera person to pan and let us just get a feel of the polling booth where you're standing. Added to that, let's talk of the political contest. You're there in Thrissur. Yes, you're there in Thrissur, and when we talk of the political contest, then it's going to be an even-steven, contest there in Thrissur, and also talking of the key candidates, K. Muralidharan, V.S. Sunil Kumar and Suresh G will be testing their fates in this phase. Let us get more from you as to what do we expect in these seats in this constituency of Thrissur, because uncertainty we've seen has persisted, and also due to the minority factor, and also due to the deals, acquisitions or allegations of deals between the political parties. Put all this together, let us understand more about the political contest from you there in Thrissur.
Yes, the BJP-led NDA and the Congress-led UDF and the CPIM-led LDF, K. Muralidharan, V.S. Sunil Kumar and Suresh Gopi. These three candidates are contesting strongly in Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency, and the results will be unpredictable. Three candidates are very strong candidates, and many allegations happening the last few days. But we are waiting for the final result. We cannot predict anything.
All right, Sam, thank you for joining in with those details. Deepika, thanks to you too for joining in with those updates. We'll keep coming back to you during the day to get more on the polling percentage through the day. As of now, thanks for joining in. All right, so that was Deepika and Sam. Those were Deepika and Sam joining us from Tripura and Kerala, telling us more about the voting percentage and how's the day progressing there. We'll keep you updated. Up next, we're heading for a short break, but stay with us as we get you a look at the prominent candidates whose fate will be sealed today in the ballot boxes. Filing of nomination papers for the fifth phase also begins today. And India's renowned sand artist Doordarshan creates sand art to raise awareness on elections.
Wherever news breaks, whatever it takes.
Connecting corners, cutting across continents.
Stories that matter from across the globe.
Accurate, authentic journalism that serves you right. From politics to glamour, from sports to world affairs, with a fusion of aesthetics and substance. Introducing news in a new avatar. Experience the world through a new lens. Stay tuned to DD India for an exciting journey beyond borders.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch connecting the dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour and I'm Preeti. Let's get to more updates on polling that is underway for the second phase of India's parliamentary elections. 88 parliamentary seats across 13 states and union territories are witnessing polls today. Many prominent personalities came out early to cast their vote for the second phase of the polls today. Former Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, along with his son Vaibhav Gehlot and daughter-in-law, also exercised their franchise in Jodhpur. Congress leader Vaibhav Gehlot is contesting from Jalore parliamentary constituency. Union Minister and BJP candidate from Barmer, Kailash Chaudhary, cast his vote at a polling booth in the constituency. He is up against independent candidate Ravinder Singh Bhatti and Congress candidate Umeda Ram Beniwal. BJP candidate from Kota, Om Birla, cast his vote in Kota. Congress has fielded Prahlad Gunjal against BJP's Om Birla. Rajasthan is voting on 13 seats today in the second phase. 12 of 25 seats in Rajasthan have already gone for polls in the first phase. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan cast his vote at the polling station number 161 in Kannur. Congress candidate from Kerala's Alapua, K.C. Venugopal, cast his vote in the constituency. He faces a contest from CPIM candidate A.M. Arifi and BJP's Sobha Surendran. Union Minister and BJP candidate from Attingal, V. Muralidharan, cast his vote in Thiruvananthapuram. BJP fielded Rajiv Chandrasekhar from Thiruvananthapuram against Congress leader Shashi Tharoor. BJP candidate from Pathanamthitta, Anil Antony, shows his inked finger after casting his vote in Thiruvananthapuram. CPIM has fielded Thomas Isaac, while Congress fielded its sitting MP Anto Antony as its candidate in the constituency. In Tripura, voters mainly from tribal communities reached the police station in Dhalai district to exercise their right to franchise for the Tripura East parliamentary seat. Voters in Chhattisgarh's Raipur and Kanker also were seen coming out in large numbers to cast their vote and elect their representative in the lower house of parliament. Proud women voters in Rajasthan showed their inked fingers after casting vote in Ajmer. All right, let's get live inputs from our reporters who will be getting us a sense of how polling is picking up in their part of the country. Aditya Srivastav is joining us from Madhya Pradesh, where polling is being held in 6 constituencies. The polling percentage there has been recorded at 13.82% till 9 a.m. And also, Dibyendu Mondal is joining us from Purnia in Bihar, where polling is being held in 5 seats. And also 9.84% turnout has been recorded till 9 a.m. here. And also from Maharashtra, Yogesh Sheetal is joining us to get us more on the polling turnout and polling percentage. There, 7% polling percentage has been recorded till 9 a.m. Aditya, first coming to you, get us a sense of, the polling turnout. Did you talk to the people there? We tell our voters, we tell our viewers that 13.82% voters have turned out since morning. That is indeed a good, happy, turnout right in the morning. You spell out more details. Do we expect this number to further increase during the day? You must have interacted with the voters there. Let us get a sense of what you picked up.
Yes, Preeti. Voting is continuing in Madhya Pradesh and 6 constituencies. More than 13.82% voters already cast their vote till 9 a.m. First-time voters, youth voter, women voter, We can saw, the very excited for voting. Election Commission also doing a great effort for increase the voting percentage in, the polling station. The Election Commission provides sheds, water, medical facilities for, the Divyang voters or old age voters. Election Commission also give a facility of ramp, wheelchair. So we can say Election Commission is trying to increase the voting percentage, but voters are very silent this time. Voter, what voter think, we can saw this from 4 June. But in the 6 constituencies, there are 2 important seats in Madhya Pradesh. One is from Tikamgarh. Union Minister Virendra Kumar are in battle in Tikamgarh, and other one is, the Hoshangabad, the farmer leader, the Darshan Chaudhary for this election. And in Khajuraho, VD Sharma, BJP State President VD Sharma are in a battle. So we can say there are 3 seats are important seats in this space, and more than 1 crore 11 lakh voters are right to cast their vote today.
All right. Also, yes, from Madhya Pradesh, Aditya is there with us. Aditya, also, can we get more from you to help our viewers understand about the political contest in the particular seats that are going to the polls today?
Yes. As we know that Khajuraho seat, around more than 80 candidates are in this battle. Around more than 11,000 polling stations set up by the Election Commission. Political parties are also doing effort for won this election. 2 major seats, Khajuraho and another one is Hoshangabad, are in this battle.
All right, from here I will bring in Dibendu Mondal. He's joining us from Purnia in Bihar. Dibendu, good morning. Earlier when we talked to you, we saw huge queues and a large number of people gathered there to exercise their franchise. So much so that 9.8% turnout has been recorded till 9 a.m. Let us get more from you about what is it that you're picking up from the ground. You must have interacted with the voters there, one. And also secondly, let us get more from you. Polling is being held in 5 seats in Bihar in this phase. What marks the poll contest special in these particular seats?
Well, good morning, Preeti. Of course, we are at a polling station in Katihar in Bihar. So, of course, what you can see behind me is a model polling station here. But such model polling stations are being set up by the Election Commission in almost every district here in Bihar. So, of course, this is perhaps a protocol of the Election Commission of India to set up model polling stations in every Vidhan Sabha, in fact. So, what consists of these model polling stations is, of course, these wheelchair facilities to sit down, shades, drinking water facility, as well as special assistance to women voters and to elderly voters are provided in these model polling stations. Of course, these are some of the special initiatives being taken by the Election Commission of India. But what we have been witnessing over the last 1 hour since we last spoke is, Preeti, that the voter turnout is dipping in Bihar because of the heat. As my cameraman also showed you, that if you could see there, the lines have literally vanished, and we could see voters coming in a few numbers every now and then. So, of course, voter turnout in Bihar has always been a cause of concern for the administration here as well.
Yes, the heat wave is generally said to be at its peak during the noon hours, and let's hope the polling percentage picks up from here on, because we've seen how Election Commission has also made special arrangements for the polling booths, keeping in view the heat wave. Let's see how the day further pans out. From here we turn focus to Maharashtra. Yogesh Sheetal is there with us. Yogesh, how's it like there in Nanded? Since morning when we talked with you, you also told us that impressive number of people had turned out. Let us get the latest from you on this first.
Yeah, Preeti, voters are in fact, turning up and also getting momentum. If you see the figure as of now, there's 7% turnout as of now by 9 a.m. We can expect as the day proceeds, the figure may improve in the time. But we have one first-time voter. आप अपना नाम बताइए और पहली बार आप वोट कर रही हैं, कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा?
My name is Prajakta Tiwari. मेरा एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा था क्योंकि मैं बहुत छोटी थी, तब से मेरे फैमिली मेंबर्स को सबको वोट करते हुए समय देखती थी, तो मुझे एक्साइटमेंट थी कि फर्स्ट वोट कैसा होता है। और आज मैं 18 साल की हो गई हूँ, तो आज मैंने फर्स्ट वोट दिया है और मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड थी फर्स्ट वोट देते समय। अभी जस्ट मैं अपना फर्स्ट वोट दे के बाहर आई हूँ। और ये हमारा अधिकार है कि हमने हमारा वोट देना चाहिए। सो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि जो भी फर्स्ट वोटर है वो सबने अपना अधिकार समझ के वोट देना चाहिए। ये और जो भी पहले से वोट देते आ रहे वो लोगों ने भी वोट देना चाहिए।
Sure. Okay. Thank you. So she's very excited, and on the other polling booths also, large number of first-time voters, because we have seen that Elections Commission has carried out a number of campaigns basically to convince the first-time voters to cast their vote. And a couple of minutes back also, Ashok Chauhan just cast his vote in this constituency. So this will be very interesting if we talk about all the 8 seats, comprising 5 seats in Vidarbha and 3 seats in Marathwada. So currently voting is going on, and we can expect at least better turnout at this time. Yeah.
All right, there is still a long day ahead. We can expect better turnout. Thank you so much, Yogesh and Dibendu and Aditya, for joining us with those inputs. From here, we turn focus to West Bengal. My colleague Mark Lynn is there to get us more. Mark, good morning. Tell us, how is the day progressing there? All the 3 seats in Bengal go to polls today, and I see a large number of people have gathered there to exercise their franchise. Get us the latest first.
Yes, Preeti, actually polling has picked up quite significantly since we last spoke, and the polling percentage at 9 a.m. was about 15.8%. We can say that by 10 a.m. it would have gone up by around 7% at least, so maybe about 22% currently. And as a result of that, I can ask my cameraman Piyush to show you more of the cues here while I comment about the elections. We can see that the polling percentage is likely to increase as a result of more and more people coming out. Unlike the rest of, let's say, Bihar or other parts, which is very hot and people don't come out at this time, the weather turns more pleasant at this time of the day. So we are going to see more and more voters come out at this time. So I think that the polling percentage is likely to increase quite significantly in the next 2 hours, Preeti.
All right. Yes, Mark, your camera person is spanning and showing us the people who've gathered there. What I notice is that a large number of women are there to exercise their franchise. And just today morning, we saw the Prime Minister make a call to the women and youth of the country, especially to come forth and exercise their franchise. Let us get more from you about, what are the expectations, particularly in these 3 states of the 3 seats of the state which go to polls today.
Right, the number of women voters are over 8 lakh, and so they are more or less even, the male and female voters in the 3 seats that are going to the polls here, especially in Darjeeling. And we are, in fact, in a model polling booth which is run by women. All 3 of the polling booths in this particular college, called St. Joseph's College, are being run by women, all right from the CAPF personnel to the polling personnel inside to the people outside checking all the voters' IDs and everything. All are women, and let me say that it is very efficiently run. It seems to be as smooth as ever. There are all sorts of facilities being provided, like wheelchairs and all that, for people who aren't able to walk up the ramps, because there are quite a few ramps. This is a hilly area, so most people, find it difficult to climb. And also, apart from that, there is water, a facility of water that's provided outside, and of course, the access to washrooms and things like that. So it is indeed quite an interesting polling station. There are also toys being provided to ladies who bring their children in case the children would require to use them. So a lot of unique opportunities that are different, that one wouldn't quite see
measures and
in a polling
opportunities
station
put forward by the
are being
Election
seen here.
Commission.
Absolutely.
Right. All right, Mark, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those details. All right, so we had correspondents joining us from different parts of the country telling us more about the second phase of polling that is underway. And it is still just the first half of the day and still a long day ahead. We'll keep you updated with how the polling percentage picks up in different parts of the country. As of now, we'll take a look at other stories making it to the headlines from across India. As we told you, notification for the 5th phase of India's general elections will be issued on Friday, allowing candidates to file their nomination forms for the 13th parliamentary constituencies. The fifth phase of the Lok Sabha elections will be held on May 20th, with the voters in 49 constituencies spread across 8 states casting their ballots to elect the new government. Renowned sand artist Doordarshan has crafted a spectacular sand display to raise voting awareness in the Indian state of Odisha. The sand art with the message "My vote, my duty" is created at eastern India's Puri beach ahead of the second phase of polling for the 18 general elections. In some other news, the Bharatiya Janata Party has attacked opposition Congress Party on Friday over the issue of preferential treatment to Muslims. Posting yet another video of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh from 2009, the BJP said that it was further proof of the Congress mindset to give preference to Muslims in everything, from reservation to resources. Commenting on Manmohan Singh's 2009 video, BJP National President JP Nadda further added that the Congress was taking away the rights of OBCs and giving them to Muslims.
मनमोहन सिंह ने मुंबई में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के दौरान एक प्रश्न के जवाब देते हुए फिर अपने बयान को सही ठहराया और कहा कि माइनॉरिटीज का खासकर मुस्लिमों को प्रायोरिटी मिलनी चाहिए और उनको देश के संसाधनों पर पहला हक होना चाहिए। सच्चर कमेटी की रिपोर्ट के माध्यम से गलत बयानी की गई और मुसलमानों की हालत दलितों से भी खराब है, ये कहा गया। मतलब यह है कि कांग्रेस पहले से ही आधार बना रही थी कि येन केन प्रकारेण मुस्लिम को एससी अनुसूचित जाति घोषित कर मुसलमानों को एससी आरक्षण की वैधता दिला दी जाए। कांग्रेस की एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी के अधिकारों पर डाका डालने की यह आदत बहुत पुरानी है।
We're heading for a short break. You're watching DD India News Hour. But when we come back after the break, US Treasury Secretary says their economy is strong and that all options are open on China's overcapacity, while China urges US to respect fair competition. Haiti transitional government takes power as gangs threaten to completely take over the capital. White House says Haiti making key step towards free elections. And tourism destinations in Africa are boosting their marketing efforts to try to increase the number of Indian travelers.
Versus facts. In-depth news and analysis with experts who will help you decide why this election matters. DD India is the main election headquarters with numbers most accurate, data most reliable, and viewership across the platforms. Stay tuned to the Great Indian Election only on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. IST and 1500 hours GMT.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour and I'm Preeti. Let's get to international updates. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi has asked US not to interfere with China's internal affairs, while US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that both the countries need to avoid miscalculations. Antony Blinken met with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Beijing on Friday, where Wang Yi said that though China-US relationship has stabilized, but negative factors are building and are sliding into conflict with the US. While US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that there is no substitute for face-to-face diplomacy and hoped that US and China can make progress on agreements citing fentanyl, military-to-military ties and AI risks. Both the leaders met for talks across a range of complex issues, including deepening strains over China's backing of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Blinken is due to spend several hours with Wang Yi across closed-door meeting at the Dayutai State Guest House and a working lunch as the two sides try to maintain progress in ties despite a broad and thorny agenda. Blinken arrived in Beijing on Thursday from Shanghai, where he urged China to provide a level playing field for the US businesses. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen strongly advocated that the U.S. economic growth was likely stronger than suggested, and the Biden administration was keeping all options open to respond to threats from China's excess industrial capacity. Yellen termed it as a top concern for the U.S. and its allies. In an interview to Reuters, Yellen said that China exporting its way to full employment is not acceptable to the rest of the world. She added that the issue threatens producers of similar goods in the U.S., Europe, Japan, and emerging markets such as India and Mexico. The same issue was discussed intensively with Chinese officials in Washington on the sidelines of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank spring meetings last week. Though she acknowledged that the problem will not be resolved in a day or a week, she also discussed inflation and the U.S. economy and confirmed that U.S. economic growth for the first quarter could be revised higher and inflation will ease to more normal levels.
I think I still see in the underlying core drivers of economic activity considerable strength. So I think that the U.S. economy continues to perform very, very well. And I think, to me, that was evident. The headline figure was off a little bit, but for reasons that are peculiar and not really indicative of underlying strength. The fundamentals here are in line with inflation continuing down back toward normal levels.
China has passed the tariff law, leaving its biggest trade partners in no doubt that it can hit back should they put tariffs on the exports of the world number 2 economy. The tariff law is the latest addition to Beijing's arsenal of trade defense instruments as it maintains an uneasy truce with the U.S. following a trade war that kicked off during the Trump administration. It was approved by China's top legislature after 3 rounds of deliberations going back to 2022, which will take effect from 1st December. The law outlines the range of legal provisions related to tariffs on Chinese imports and exports, from what constitutes tax incentives to China's right to hit back at countries that renege on trade agreements. US's former film producer Harvey Weinstein's 2020 conviction for sexual assault and rape was overturned by New York's highest court in a landmark ruling on Thursday. New Yorkers were shocked and appalled following the ruling and called the judgment an act of institutional betrayal. This major case fueled the origin of the popular hashtag #MeToo movement and highlighting the challenges of holding powerful men accountable. Though Weinstein is not expected to be freed immediately, as he faces a separate 16-year prison term imposed last year in California after he was convicted for the 2013 rape of an actress at a Los Angeles hotel. That conviction still stands.
This today is an act of institutional betrayal. And our institutions betray survivors of male sexual violence. And we need to work within and without the systems to start having what is known as institutional courage.
Well, I saw it about an hour ago on headlines, and I got to say, it made me sick to my stomach. I'm a sexual abuse survivor myself, so the idea that this man, this monster, is getting another shot. Justice hasn't been served. Justice is weak.
I was shocked and I was appalled for that verdict to be overturned, for all those women that were sexually assaulted and violated.
The founder of the Me Too movement that was fueled by Harvey Weinstein's case has also expressed her discontent towards the overturning of his conviction.
I think we need to ask, what does our judicial system need to do? Not what do we need to do, right? The movement is doing what we're supposed to do. We are out here educating, organizing, building a strong movement. I'm angry, I'm sad, because no matter what work we do, they still keep getting it wrong. So we can't do this by ourselves. They have to join us in this fight.
NATO exercises starting on April 26th in Finland and in close proximity to the Russian-Finnish border are provocative in nature, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said on Wednesday. Maria Zakharova in a statement said that the goal of the drill is to exert military pressure on the Russian Federation by demonstrating force. She warned that the drills increase the risk of possible military incidents. Haiti's Transition Council took power in a ceremony on Thursday, formalizing the resignation of former Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Ariel Henry announced his resignation in a letter dated April 24th and shared on social media on Thursday. Henry's Finance Minister, Michel-Patrick Boisvert, is the interim Prime Minister. Boisvert will be interim Prime Minister until the Transition Council appoints a new head of government, a cabinet and a provisional electoral council set to pave the way for an eventual vote. The White House has welcomed the swearing-in of a transitional governing council in Haiti, hailing it as major progress towards holding elections. White House spokesman John Kirby commended the council and said that the U.S. had landed a military aircraft at the long-shuttered international airport carrying aid. Tourism destinations in Africa are boosting their marketing efforts to try to increase the number of Indian travelers. Uganda, with its mountains, lakes and gorillas, is one of the continent's major visitor hotspots, and it's hoping to profit from the rapidly expanding Indian tourism market. TD India correspondent Leon Senyage reports from Kampala.
Uganda Airlines' first flight to Mumbai took off last October. Since then, thousands of Indian travelers have been flying to the country, known as the Pearl of Africa.
The link there is trade. Remember that Mumbai is also very big on manufacturing. So they have equipment and also pharmaceuticals, textiles. They have chemicals that support nascent industries and also cottage industries. So there's a lot of trade going in there.
The road has opened a connection for more than 35,000 people of Indian origin in Uganda.
The connection back to homeland, though we are here third, fourth generation, but the connection with India is still, that is, we call our Matrubhumi, our motherland. This is our Karma Bhumi, the adopted home.
The flight to Mumbai operates 3 times a week, and routes to New Delhi and Chennai will soon be added as well. The airline says the Mumbai route has been a good bargain for travelers looking for business opportunities in India and those planning to travel back home. But they also want to improve efforts to entice Indian travelers to Uganda on holiday. According to the Bradit Guides, an international travel organization, Uganda is the 4th best destination on earth to visit in 2024. The East African country has a diversity of culture and wildlife.
Indians are looking at emerging destinations to be able to hold their events, to have their holidays. And remember, they also are middle income earners, so they can afford to travel. They can afford 2 holidays in a year. So you want to really tap into that.
The 2023 Uganda Tourism Report ranked India as one of Uganda's top overseas markets after the United States, the United Kingdom, China and Germany. Tourism is cutting through as a viable area for economic development.
You will see a lot of engagement between India and Uganda in the space of tourism. That's a sector I expect to boom much ahead of any other sector.
The growth prospects and an appetite for travel already seem the perfect recipe to boost the numbers on the planes overhead and on the planes down below. Leon Senyage in Kampala, Uganda, reporting for DD India.
Let's now take a look at other stories making it to the headlines from across the world now. Himalayan Hydro Expo 2024 will conclude in Nepal on Friday. The expo that was organized during Investment Summit in Kathmandu was inaugurated by Nepalese President Ramchandra Paudel on Thursday. The theme of the expo was Green Energy for Prosperity and aimed to prioritize energy sector in the country. Bangladesh Weather Department issued a country-wide fresh heat wave alert for the next 72 hours from Thursday morning. The heat wave condition has forced the authorities concerned to close all schools, madrasas and colleges till April 27th. Dhaka University authorities also announced to hold classes online due to the scorching heat. At least 10 people have died of suspected heat stroke in the last couple of days in different parts of Bangladesh. Despite a new tax for daily trippers, tourists continue to enjoy the romantic experience of Venice's picturesque canals, which are a dream for many. On board the typical Venetian boats, led by rowers, tourists agreed with the measure consisting of a €5 charge daily trippers must pay on certain days before diving into Venice's narrow alleyways. Venice became the world's first city to test the system that will be enforced in a total of 29 days this year. We're heading for a short break, but after the break, English Premier League defending champions Manchester City is on course to win another title as it extends its unbeaten run in the league to 18 games. Kolkata Knight Riders will take on Punjab Kings 11 in IPL today. And as we celebrate the Festival of Democracy in India, the Election Commission has urged people to take family and friends along while going to the polling station.
Wherever news breaks, whatever it takes.
Connecting corners, cutting across continents.
Stories that matter from across the globe.
Accurate, authentic journalism that serves you right. From politics to glamour, from sports to world affairs, with a fusion of aesthetics and substance. Introducing news in a new avatar. Experience the world through a new lens. Stay tuned to DD India for an exciting journey beyond borders.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts, we demystify complex social, political and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington, D.C.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour. Let's get to updates from the world of business now. Stocks snapped a 3-day winning streak on Thursday as disappointing forecasts from Facebook and Instagram owner Meta hammered the tech sector, and Japan's yen sank through 155 per dollar for the first time since 1990. US Treasury yields hit their highest in over 5 months after the data showed signs of persistent inflation, lowering hopes that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates anytime soon. Tepid US GDP data and Meta slump weighed on the equities. MSCI's gauge of stocks across the globe fell 0.51%. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.9%. S&P 500 lost 0.4% and the Nasdaq Composite lost 0.6%. The Japanese yen reversed earlier losses, up 0.03% against the greenback after sinking to its lowest level in 34 years. It is now firmly past the latest line in the sand traders had drawn for Japan to intervene in the markets. The Bank of Japan started its 2-day rate-setting meeting on Thursday with expectations that it will keep its key short-term interest rate target unchanged. Attention will be on what Bank of Japan Governor Kazuo Ueda says about the yen's struggles. Asian shares rose cautiously on Friday as markets sobered up to the idea that US rate cuts were most likely some time away, while the yen and Japanese government bonds struggled ahead of a closely watched policy decision by the Bank of Japan. In stocks, Japan's Nikkei edged a marginal 0.02% higher. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan gained 0.02%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index gained 0.3%. India's rankings in World Bank's Logistics Performance Report has improved to 38 in 2023 from 54 in 2014, with Indian policymakers recognizing the significance of logistics during a conference organized by CII for the first time on resilient exports and logistics for trade and connectivity. DD India's Jayanti Jha gets us the special report.
A very important and timely
For the first time, a conference focused on resilient exports and logistics for trade and connectivity was organized by the Confederation of Indian Industry. In today's world, logistics is the cornerstone on which efficient global supply chains are built.
My take is that resilience in supply chains would require a 360-degree approach. One, it will require resilient supply chains. That would happen if we don't put all our eggs into one basket. We have to scout for products availability. Second, it has to be through interconnectivity, infrastructure development. Third, it has to be through productivity enhancement. And fourth, of course, sustainability and climate change. So these are 4 dimensions which need to be looked at holistically to improve the resilience in supply chains.
India's rank in World Bank's Logistics Performance Index has improved to 38 in 2023 from 54 in 2014, with Indian policymakers recognizing the significance of logistics. This can be seen in various government initiatives like Sagarmala for port-led development, the National Logistics Policy launched in 2022, PM Gati Shakti, Make in India, and Unified Logistics Interface Platform to increase foreign trade, minimize delays, and maximize efficiency.
On the global standards, we are coming on a much better scenario, and I'm sure with the various initiatives being taken by the government, we would see that we will further improve our logistics performance. As we have heard, now we are counted amongst the best ports in the global logistics index.
The conference saw speakers from both government and industry who spoke of the necessity of an efficient logistics network for enhanced trade in an interconnected world. With camera person SP Dubey for DD India, this is Jayanti Jha.
Let's talk of sports now. English Premier League defending champions Manchester City is on course to win another title, just 1 point behind Arsenal. City scored another big win, defeating Brighton 4-0 on Thursday night, which is winless from their last 5 Premier League matches. Phil Foden continued his career best scoring season with 2 goals. Foden's goals came between the scores by Kevin De Bruyne and Julian Alvarez as City extended its unbeaten run in the league to 18 games. Liverpool is 2 points further back in the third after its title chances were damaged by a 2-0 loss at Everton on Wednesday. Royal Challengers Bengaluru snapped their 6-match winning streak in the ongoing IPL season after defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad by 35 runs on Thursday. The Faf du Plessis-led side won the toss and scored 206 for 7. Bengaluru spin duo of Khan Sharma and Swapnil Singh snapped 4 wickets between themselves to lead Bengaluru to its 2nd win of the season. Hyderabad openers Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma failed to build a partnership. Hyderabad incurred their first loss in the last 5 games, scoring 172 for 8. Meanwhile, Kolkata Knight Riders will take on Punjab Kings in the 42nd match of the IPL today. Kolkata have had a great season so far as they have won 5 of their last 7 matches. They are currently placed 2nd in the points table with the best net run rate among all the teams. Punjab Kings, on the other hand, have won only 2 of their last 8 matches. The 2 sides have locked horns 32 times, with Kolkata winning 21 matches and Punjab winning just 11 matches. And in more sports, World Soccer governing body FIFA has signed a partnership with oil and gas conglomerate Saudi Aramco that will run through to the end of 2027. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, in a statement, said this partnership will assist FIFA to successfully deliver its flagship tournaments. The 4-year deal will see Aramco become a worldwide partner of FIFA, including in major tournaments such as the World Cup 2026 and the Women's World Cup 2027. Britain's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak took part in a morning run around London on Thursday with extreme marathon runner Russ Cook, who recently ran the entire length of Africa. The pair interacted about how Cook got into running, and Sunak spoke about the pressures of the job of leading the country. Sunak said decisions related to security were always the most stressful days. Marathon runner Russ Cook is nicknamed Hardest Greaser. He recently completed his run across the entire length of Africa in Tunisia on April 7th.
I can't imagine the responsibility on your shoulders is crazy. Honestly, kind of whatever you do is going to upset at least 50% of people.
But you just have to get very good.
And back home, as voting is underway for the phase 2 of the India's Festival of Democracy, the Election Commission of India has urged everyone to take family and friends along to the polling station. The awareness of this is continuously being created, especially after low voter turnout was recorded in the first phase. All right, so that was the Election Commission of India's call of Saath Chalenge. That's it in this edition of DD India News Hour. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screens to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.